Good morning, everybody. Today I wanted to do a little questions and answers video for you, but since I've done them many times before, I decided to do it in a little different format. We came up with an idea and kind of started rolling with it. So let's start answering some of your questions. If you could choose one makeup item, what would it be? It would probably be my Laura Mercier Soleil 2 bronzer or a foundation. I love my NARS Radiant bronzer, whatever it's called again. But if it's not a makeup-y kind of product, it would have to be my Laneige lip balm. I talk about this all the time. I bought like 20 pots and I have them all in my bedroom at home. Do you get paid to attend Fashion Week, and if not, why do you do it? Good question. Actually, I probably spend more money during Fashion Week than I would earn. I do earn money during Fashion Week. It is good time when you're in fashion to also make money, but I'm somebody who likes to invest in what they do, and I do like to kind of go to New York, London, Milan, Paris. This year I did also Copenhagen, Men's Fashion Week, Haute Couture for the full duration. If you just think about Paris Fashion Week, it lasts like 8-9 days, and that means hotel, driver, flights. Same goes for like New York, London, Milan, Copenhagen, everything. Some cities like Copenhagen are 100% expense. I did not have any jobs. I did not go there to do any jobs. I went there to see fashion, to educate myself, to create content for you guys, to bring something new to you. And that's my investment in my business. I don't do just things that I'm paid to do. I do things that make sense for me and for my audience. I think it's very important in my kind of like what I do for myself to do fashion weeks. I understand that not everybody would want to do them, that it's not for everybody and that it doesn't fit in everybody's branding, but for me it's so important to invest. And if you think about 6 weeks of staying at hotels, even though we do get sometimes collabs and like discounts at hotels, it's not always that if we are promoting a hotel that is for free. It's sometimes just like a discounted rate, like it would be something like I don't know, like 30% off or something like that, which does help so that I can still keep doing this. But at the same time, I would say fashion weeks are very exhausting, very expensive, but for me crucial and the most exciting part of my job. Have you ever had panic attacks while at event, and if so, how did you deal with it? I used to suffer with panic attacks before this job actually. I managed to kind of like find a way to deal with anxiety, and I haven't had a panic attack in a while. Nowadays I start like to feel like my heart is racing and beating when I'm a little bit overwhelmed, when my space, my head and my inbox are messy. So it starts like building up, and I know it could tip over, but I learned where and when I need to prevent it, to stop it, to feel better, to breathe, like the breathing techniques that really help me be always calm, always positive, and always grateful. Would you live somewhere other than England, and where? Probably if I wouldn't live in London, I would like to move to Milan. I love Milan. This is where my agency is. This is where a lot of my friends live, so I think Milan would be such a great idea. Are you happy? I think for me happiness is the most important thing. No matter how much money or health or love you have in your life, if you're not happy and if you don't know how to be happy, it's all pointless. Like, I know a lot of people that have a lot of money, that have an amazing love life, that have healthy family and are still unhappy. So I believe that first thing you need to learn is learn how to be happy, because without knowing how to be present in the moment, how to accept yourself, how to be very truly happy, nothing else really makes sense. How come you decided to move to London, and will you be doing a house tour when you move in? Well, there's not really a simple answer to that question. I think London was kind of always playing on my mind. However, I really enjoy spending time with my sister. She was my best friend, and there's no other person on this planet Earth I would rather live with. So I think I will still kind of be moving a lot between the two. but London makes the most sense for my social life. Most of my friends live in London. It makes more sense for my work life. It is just like a place that I anyway spend a lot of time in, and I just kind of like decided I need like a small cute place in central, like a good location rather than anything else. Will I be doing a house tour when I move in? I guess so, but again, like my channel is not going to change in terms of content. It's still going to be like fashion and beauty and travel focused. I will not be like kind of decorating my flat for the YouTube. It's just kind of like anyway, it does not make sense for everything else that I do. So everything will be the same, but if you guys would like to see a little house tour, I'd be more than happy to do it for you. So many questions I had were about So Shady, and all I can say is that I promise you will have an update very soon. How do you manage to stay healthy while traveling in terms of diet, eating, and losing weight? I've told you guys all about my kind of like dietary habits in one of my recent videos. We will link it below. That overall, I would say that I definitely do not eat as healthy as I would like during Fashion Month. During the rest of the year, I think I'm pretty good. So if you're wondering what do I eat during the Fashion Month break, I have 1 hour break and I'm eating pasta out of carton. Not so glamorous anymore, right? But I mean, you just have to eat to survive during this month. Do you earn much? I think this is a very difficult question to answer, and I'm pretty sure it's not really something that you would ever probably approach someone you know on the street and ask, because I'm sure it's also not a very polite question to ask, but I will respond it to you. I think that in this line of business, there's a potential to earn a lot of money. Not everybody does. I'm very lucky because I do believe that I make enough money. However, I put everything back into the business. I invest a lot of money, which is why I'm at Fashion Weeks for all the duration. Imagine just for the duration of the Fashion Month, just the New York flights, London flights, Milan flights, Paris flights, going back home, the haute couture trains, the like all of these like travels back and forth, just the cars to the airports and back. And I do all of that for 2 people, which is what I did throughout this whole month. So it can be very costly, and if you do decide to invest a lot of money in your business, I believe that long term it will pay off, and also it will provide really good quality for your audience, which for me is my main priority. So I hope that answers your question. How do you manage your time and balance family, work, health, social, gym? I think it's like a skill I'm kind of learning to acquire all along as you go. It's something that you don't kind of already have and everything is in place always because you're so organized. It's something that you have to kind of develop as you go. I used to be quite bad at it. I would say like 2 years ago I was quite bad at managing and work was all I did. But right now I became very good at prioritizing. I'm very focused on the brands and on doing things that are very specific to me, not on doing like everything on earth. I just kind of like manage. I feel like my social life is pretty rich right now. It was not always, but right now I think I have like a really good social life. I work out, not so much during Fashion Month, but I do have time for it when it's not Fashion Month. And health is number 1. You just always have to be healthy, and I always try to maintain my health. People also asked me if I can cook, and the truth being told is like everybody can cook. It's just what you can prepare, right? So I actually enjoy the creative process of cooking to an extent. I do not enjoy cleaning afterwards, for sure, but people don't enjoy my food. My sister complains, at least. However, I'm very good at making food that I like to eat. So, for example, I love making crepes with Nutella, peanut butter, or like some other specialty desserts. I'm very good at making because I enjoy eating them. I can make pasta al dente relatively well. Toast, does toast count? Coffee. If you ask my dad, he probably thinks I can't even make coffee, so. How do you work so much yet have so little work ethic? Worst or funniest date experience you've had so far, and one that was amazing. One that was amazing I have already discussed in one of my Vlogmas videos. Actually, I've discussed 2 that were favorite. One was in Paris, one was in New York, and they were the best dates I've ever had in my life. The worst one was probably at
university. Actually, I had two, but the short story would be the one that the whole night kept calling me the wrong name. For some reason, he kept calling me Tamsin instead of Tamara, and by the end of the night, I got pretty angry. What is my favorite fashion week? I personally think that Milan is by far my favorite. I just love the Italian fashion, the savoir, the flair, the food, the style, the social life. And it feels like part of my family is here because my agency and my management team are all based in Milan, so I love it. How do you handle stressful situations? I tend to laugh at myself and hi baby. Stressful situations are part of everyday life. I cannot say I had a very easy childhood. I mean, I was very privileged. I'm very sensitive as a person, so I learned from young age to handle things and to kind of toughen up and to understand there's always somebody that has it much harder. And actually, if you understand that you are, even when you're very stressed, breathe in, recalibrate like a scale, and to understand that you're really blessed to be here today, to have another day and another opportunity, then it's kind of, everything becomes a little bit better. What quality do you have from your dad and what quality do you have from your mom? I think from my dad I have perseverance, like I do not give up easily and I kind of go for it no matter the obstacles. Like if I commit to something, I'm committed. And to my mom, I would say my mom is very humble and very down to earth. I hope to say that that's the trait that I have from her, but she's always taught me that it's very important to know that I'm no different from anybody else. She taught me to always look at everybody the same, no matter of their financial status, color of the skin, religion, or any other trait. When getting dressed for fashion weeks, do you choose the outfits yourself, and do you sometimes wear a thing that you don't like just because it's trendy or because the brand is asking you to? This is like very simple question. I always choose my look. So when I arrived in Milan, for example, for my Versace look, I went to their showroom and I tried on a few pieces. I picked 2 pieces, I looked at the lookbook, I did all the kind of like research on what I actually wanted to do. I always choose something that fits my body, that fits my style, my vibe, and I think it's very important because I have to present, I don't have to present, but I want to present all that I'm wearing. On Instagram, we don't actually have to shoot the things that we choose for to wear to the shows, etc. But I always like to because I like to show you what I'm wearing. And I think like the whole beauty about it is that every brand you can like always adapt something to your style, or not every brand. I basically attend the shows of the brands that I feel like fit really well my style, and if I go to the showroom or if I look at the lookbook and I cannot find anything at all, I very often will tell the brand I'll just wear something on my from my own collection, and they never ever mind. The whole point is that they're there to help you if you need the look, but if you don't want to get dressed by the brand, you don't have to. So it's kind of like a win-win. I know that there are some people that just want to get dressed by the brand and attend the show, and that's also okay, that's their choice, but I always like to have the choice because as girls, we need a choice. And to answer what my next travel destination is, well, actually, I have a few more planned. I'm going to Paris tomorrow. My next planned destination will be Morocco, that I'm very excited for because I'll be traveling for work but with my best friends, which makes any kind of traveling so much more fun. I'm sorry that I look like this, I'm just removing my makeup. Hope you enjoyed this little different question and answers video than usually. I certainly had a lot of fun making it. Let me know what were your thoughts, but before you switch off this video, you have to make sure to subscribe if you stayed this long till the end. I think it would be a good deal. Bye bye everybody.